Let me start with you with few data points. The value investing in the so-called Graham style, which is low price to earning, low price to book, has suffered in the last decade or so, right? And it's been the worst strategy from an investment perspective. Let me give you a data for this calendar year. If you were an investor in US and you went long, which is you bought all the high dividend yield stocks, 4%, 5%, 6% dividend yield stocks, and you shorted the growth stocks, which are low dividend yield and a high P, your portfolio underperformed by 26%. 26%, okay? So you went long high dividend yield stocks, you went short on low dividend yield, high growth stocks, your portfolio in US underperformed by 26%. The similar thing if you did in Europe, your portfolio underperformed by 32%, right? So value investing has been, penalized over the, not this year, over the last 8-10 years. And as our strategy, there will be phases where value does well, right? But we believe that if the underlying businesses are inferior, for a very short period, you make a trade, but over sustainable period, compounding will not happen, because finally the value of the business or the value of the stock is nothing but the value of the intrinsic value of the business, which it comes from. And if the business is facing disruption, for example, ESG disruption, environmental, social governance disruption, right? We have seen thermal plants globally getting closed down because renewals are becoming a very big theme. So nobody will buy a thermal plant even if the company is trading at half a time price to book, because the terminal value is negative for that company. So why will an investor go and buy it? So the dividend becomes only high dividend, right? For us as fund managers, and that's my style, I believe that value is nothing but the expectation of return we should have from a stock. I am not a pure low PE, low PB. I see that if the business can generate inherent value over longer periods, and the price today which is trading at is lower than that intrinsic value, that's a value for me. Value only doesn't mean that I buy at 7p, sell at 10p, or buy a half a book and let it go to 1. If you would have done that in PSU banks, for example, in the last 10 years, you would have got rogered, right? The PSU bank basket has given you negative return in a decade, and everybody got stuck कि ये तो आधा time book से और क्या नीचे जाएगा. That point became 0.4, 0.3, 0.2, right? And you lost money on the capital side. So I said that finally, I always believe this, that all of us think valuation is the horse and growth is the cart. It's valuation which drives the cart. But actually, growth is the horse and valuation is the cart. If growth keeps coming on the company, valuation never gets cheap unless there is a disruption risk which is sitting out there. So for me, it's very important that I predict the growth of the company rightly, rather than worrying too much about valuation. And I have learned from my own mistakes, Amey. I sold off stocks very early on, looking at the P only and thinking that they have become very expensive. But the growth kept on surprising me and the P never became cheap. So growth is the horse, valuation is the cart, not the other way around. But we all keep worried about valuation, and we spend very little time on predicting growth of that particular company. If we spend more time predicting the growth of that company and the opportunity, I think we can justify valuation over medium term. But obviously we need to be very cognizant about the excesses. As of now, excesses are there in many pockets globally, and we should take